Today is Monday, May 11th. In Social Studies, we will be reading Lesson 4 in Chapter 7. Your reading for today begins on page 349. Today, what you'll be reading about is the Rule Book for Government, which is the Constitution. The definition says the constitutions are like rule books for the government. They tell what the government can do and what it cannot do. So the U.S. government has a constitution, and each state has its own constitution. Today you will learn what the Constitution is and what it can do for our state. If there are disagreements with the Constitution, there is the Supreme Court. This is a picture of the Michigan State Supreme Court. The Supreme Court can decide to change the Constitution, and if they make changes, those changes are called amendments. Today you'll read all of this lesson and take notes into your social studies notebook. Let's switch to English for today. Today's English lesson is on page 164 in your textbook. Today we're talking about titles and initials. Titles and initials are abbreviations like we learned about last week. Let's look at some examples. If you use the word Mr., it should be capitalized with a period at the end, just like we learned in abbreviations. And you use it for a man. The word Mrs., notice that it's capitalized and it has an S. You use Mrs. if it's a married woman, like you would say Mrs. Maroon or Mrs. Hargis. If it was MS period with a capital and a period, it's an unmarried woman. So someone who is younger, like possibly Miss Haddad. Doctors abbreviated capital D and an R and a period. There's the governor, or captain, CAPT. Notice that they're all capitalized to begin with periods at the end. If you use initials, sometimes people will just use the initial for their middle name. And if you do that, it needs to be capitalized and have a period. So read through this page today, take some notes into your English notebook as needed. Then you will be completing workbook page 108 and submitting it to me on Friday. Have a good week.